All right, baby. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. What it do? It's your boys. We back. It's the fucking Shark Stream. It's your man Mako with the fucking Draco. Wrong one. No, wait. Mako with the fucking Draco. Ron the Don. Toby One Kenobi. We back with your official 10th episode. We did episode 10 last week. We suffered from some technical difficulties, so we're sorry for the small little quote unquote vacation, but we always be working, so ain't no vacation for us for real. You already know what the fuck is going on. Like I said, back with the hottest topics of the week. This week coming at you with the Kid Cudi conversation, because you know the GOAT dropping this fucking Friday.
Yes, sir,
Man
yes,
on the
sir.
Moon 3, long awaited. Also, we talking about the aliens and our position in the Galactic Federation. And finally, to start it off, we about to pop off with what powers we're getting on December 21st, 2020.
Yes, sir.
Because obviously it's the grand awakening. So you want me to quote it? Wait? Is this the?
Oh, this is. You want me to read it or you got it?
What is it? Do we have?
This isn't like the whole thing, but I remember most of it.
I want specifically the 2021 quote, because I think.
Oh yeah, this is the 2021 quote.
So this was a topic that was trending on Twitter, and it's in my head. It's still trending because the 21st hasn't hit yet. Somebody, I think the conversation started off with somebody asking if people were going to get vaccines, and you know, black people, we have a thing. Like, I'm not gonna say against, but like a skepticism, a natural skepticism that comes with like vaccines, because all the experimentation and stuff has been done on our people. So
Tuskegee.
Yeah. So this somebody, I think random, it was just a conversation. This girl says, quote, it was multiple comments, but this was the creme de la creme of the comments. As black people, genetically, we are stronger and smarter than everyone else. We are more creative, and on December 21st, our real DNA will be unlocked, and the majority will be able to do things we thought were fiction. Learn who you are as a people. They want to make us average.
Unlock the swag.
The swag
unlocked.
How are y'all boys feeling?
Come on, man.
About the nigga Avengers?
This is absolutely hilarious. First off, I want to say I feel as if like she's on the right track, because I don't know if you guys are familiar with one of Nikola Tesla's theories. There was it's like the 369 theory.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the
Six
sixfold.
I don't know.
It's like the sixfold and something theory with it's like the power numbers of the universe are like 369.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she's on the right track with that, and I want to say that first before I get to the jokes. First off, because black people are genetically and just superior, smaller, stronger, smarter, more creative. I mean, these are facts. She's not wrong here. You know, we are the culture.
Not at all.
She's not wrong here. But when our DNA unlocks, I got that Stan Lee X-Men feel, like, cause you know the X-Men were based off of
black people and the black struggle,
you know, the black struggle with the mutants and stuff. So that's what she's tapping into. You feel me? And I rock with that. And I just feel like, you know, as the Scorpio that I am, like my genetic mutation superpower is gonna be on like some Nightcrawler type shit.
Okay.
You feel me? Just be able to pop in and out wherever I want. You know, I already fuck with blue, so we good there. You know what I'm saying? You know.
If I
on Crip Cast.
I'm trying to figure out what powers my ancestors are gonna give me. I hope I get a new power like meme vision. So this is something I came up with. You know, instead of being able having to like go in my actual phone and look up the things that I want to send to people, I can just like and like beam it across the room. Yeah, like for example, like we were having a conversation and somebody said like some wild shit, instead of me like either having to go on my phone and like, hey Toby, look at this meme. Like Toby could be like literally over there and he'd be like, pew! He'd be like, it'll just pop in his head. He'd be like, oh my god, like this shit would be amazing. You could actually hit niggas with the like okie doke. Niggas sitting in traffic or some shit, you could hit a nigga with a meme, or like maybe you playing basketball against a nigga, you could hit him with like a meme to slow him down for like 0.2 seconds to like run past him and shit like that. Meme crossover.
Man, that's next level.
That's crazy.
Truly.
I don't know, man. I'm feeling like the ancestors are kind of fucking with me on the Megamind shit, to be honest. I mean, hopefully my head don't get bigger, but you know, man, I'm trying to, you know, lift up shit with my mind, move shit, you know.
I asked the girl what her superpowers, what the ancestors were gonna give her. She said, hopefully they give me the power of they gave me the power of an extreme green thumb and dinner with Jay-Z, which dinner with dinner with Jay-Z as a superpower is actually really, really excellent. Shout outs to you, Stacey. I don't know if you actually listened to our fucking podcast or not. That was pretty cool. That's
pretty
solid.
That's absolutely hilarious. I guess that's a really good segue into bringing up this question though. Mm-hmm. Would you rather take the lunch with Jay-Z or the 50 grand?
50 grand.
I'm definitely taking the 50 grand.
Niggas is like,
because what am I gonna do? Go to lunch for Jay-Z to be like, just for him to say you should have took the 50 grand and then make me pay for my food?
Bro,
like,
listen. This is what I was about. That's what I was about.
I feel like I already know how I am, so I'm gonna take the 50 grand. I don't know Jay-Z. I'm gonna just be there like,
right.
So,
Jay-Z can just
fuck with your shit.
Yeah, like,
bro.
What am I gonna ask Jay-Z? Like,
what can Jay-Z do for me?
I mean, a lot, but not. It's not even like a gift. Like his niggas was like, I know niggas that was like,
it's not on some handout shit. Like I can find information all day. I can, get advice, but I don't know. It's.
Dude, I know some people
rather have lunch with Beyonce. I just feel as if it's
dude
more exciting.
I get power. You could probably actually get superpowers if you have lunch with Beyonce.
I'm pretty sure. Like,
yeah, I
that's
definitely agree with that.
She's actually not even a human. She's just a transcendent being, and we just happen to be capable of, I don't know, being in her presence sometimes.
She's nice enough to just exist with us. Mm-hmm. That's mostly it.
Now, are the people or the black people that are already in these high positions, are they going to become more powerful after December 21st?
Dude, yes. Everybody's going to be like Charles Xavier.
They are, but it depends on how much you're tapped in.
It does.
Because, like,
y'all niggas need to tap inwardly.
Okay.
Tap inward.
You got to open your third eye. We got people who are at these high levels, but believe they're average.
Okay.
And like she said, if you believe you're average, you're not tapped in. You're not going to get the genetic modifications that come on December 21st. That's also one of my homeboys' birthdays, so shout out.
Also, it's Paul's birthday. Shout out to fucking Paul. I don't know.
Yo, too much is happening on December 21st.
Yes, bro. This always destined,
just
bro.
literally, the stars are aligning. Jupiter and Saturn are
a superstar, some shit.
coming together the day of the solstice, man.
Right, yeah, man. Is there a full moon on the 21st?
I don't believe so, but you will be able to see Jupiter and Saturn.
Like, yeah, they'll be together and they'll make like a star looking shit, man. That's really interesting, man. I don't know this, but I remember somebody hearing this talked about over the course of I guess just me being here, because I heard a few people say it. I'm into like the zodiac shit, but not so much to where like people are like certain stars aligning mean certain things, and people are talking about it's the end of an age and the entering of another age or something like that. Bro, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I just know I'm about to wake up with these fucking abilities, and I'm calling all my niggas, and we hitting hella licks immediately on the 21st, bro. Y'all niggas is not stopping this, bro.
I just want to know, like, did like the Ancestry.com kits just like go up?
Yeah.
Because like once, I mean, maybe not right now, because it takes a while for other people to bite our culture, but like next week, the people who are like, yeah, I got like some black in me, but don't know how much, they're definitely going to get
They're just going to have heightened abilities.
Yeah, they're going to get on those Ancestry kits and be like, yeah, I got this much in it. Because on December 21st, once they see us flexing with our powers, they no longer want to be able to say nigga.
Nah, honestly,
they want to have
man,
the powers too.
It's an honest toss-up. For the light brights.
I was about to say, what's going on with the biracial niggas? Biracial niggas, how y'all feeling?
It's a toss-up for the light brights.
My biracial niggas, how y'all feeling, bro?
Like, y'all gotta be sweating right now.
Gotta be sweating,
bro.
Pop the molly.
It's like a
okay.
It's like a flip of a coin on December 21st. You don't know which one you're gonna get. Whose genes pop out more?
Do y'all think Logic is getting powers?
No.
I don't think so.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
Wait. Why? I'm sorry, Logic.
I don't think Logic is getting powers.
Like, look at Logic's hair.
What hair? I thought it was bald.
Nah, he grew his hair back out.
Oh, it's pink now. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Dwayne Wade, you're not getting powers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dwayne Wade. Lil Wayne, you're not getting... If you've gotten the Herman Cain Award this year, you're not getting powers. Your powers will be given to somebody else. They will be donated to a white person of our choosing who we feel as though... Actually, I don't know.
I don't know if they'll be donated to a white person.
They won't be donated.
Can we sub
They will be donated to a light bright that has proven themselves.
Yes. Yeah.
the powers that Lil Wayne should get on the 21st are definitely going to Drake. There is no doubt that Drake.
I can agree to that. I'll agree to that.
Those powers are now going to Drake.
Yes. Okay.
Same way of thinking, though. Like, this is how I feel as if it happens with the light brights, right?
Okay.
If their mom is black, they have exponentially more chance. Exponential.
Probability
They
is
have
higher.
a whole lot more chance
The probability is higher.
of getting the powers, right? Like, you remember the little charts we did?
Yeah.
The 75, you got 3 out of 4 to get it if your mom's black. But Logic's mom's white.
Oh, yeah. Your mother
Drake's
is
mom
literally...
is white, but because of Wayne's cooning, he now gets it.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, we fuck with Dennis Brown.
Yeah.
Dennis,
That's a pimp.
we parade him, but I think
More like
Cole's mom is
He's also
white.
white.
But I feel as if Cole will get the powers. He's done enough.
Cole's mom is white?
I think J. Cole's mom is white.
If you are a light bright and you've ever cursed at your parents, you're not getting powers.
Not getting the powers.
If you've
Sorry.
ever...
If you've gotten away with it.
If you've ever disowned black people as a light bright, then
You're not getting the powers.
You're not getting your powers.
You're not. I'm sorry.
If your hair is more curly at the roots than nappy, you're not
Probably.
getting the powers.
I think it's a probable. Because I think my friend Kyrie's hair is
toss-up,
more
man.
curly. It's a toss-up. Because Kyrie's hair is more curly than it is at the roots, but he's not a light bright.
He's not a light bright.
He's just a nigga.
We can get any type of hairstyle. We move. We're genetically superior.
Dude, Asians, you're not getting powers. I just wanted... This is not...
Real DNA unlocked.
Like, so my thing is, like, the only reason I brought that up, bro, I've been noticing this a lot, bro. Asian people really love, like, our, like, aesthetic.
Did you see the videos where the
getting
people
dreads
in
now.
China were literally napping their
Yeah,
hair?
that's what I mean. Yeah, literally making their hair nappy. Like,
Making
they're...
their hair nappy.
Like, yeah.
Literally, yep.
And they're probably
Seen that.
just
Hey,
almost
man,
as racist towards us as fucking white people.
Korean rap kind of slaps stuff.
I'm not saying it don't, but it's certain things just make me so uncomfortable, bro. Like I went to a Korean barbecue place recently, and they play
Iron Age?
K-pop, Iron Age, they play K-pop in the background, and I was just kind of thrown. I don't know. I did take offense to the fact that I'm watching some of these videos and like Korean niggas are rapping trap over trap beats and like with but not even just the rap, like the swag, the slick, the hair as close as they can get to us, the fucking covering the face, doing the dances and shit. I'd be like, but what?
And the crazy thing is, I think they even changed their dialect to a way that it's like mimicking. I don't want to say like mumble rap, but it's like just the style of black rappers that we introduced this new wave, this new style, and it's like people literally just bite it and like, oh, they're doing it this way. Let me just slur my words. Let me slur Japanese, put it over trap beat.
Yeah, like that's literally like all it is.
Because another thing is, it's not that I have a problem with anybody like rapping or because it's music. It's just that there are like the thing about trap that's kind of that I can say definitively is different from like a lot of other, even just regular like rap. Like, because there are some Japanese people that rap, I'm like, oh no, this nigga's fine. But I never feel like, at least just with general like rap from other countries, I never feel like, oh, they're like, trap is super nigga. Like, literally it comes from like, not only is hip hop struggle, like trap is like literally the essence made from like struggle. So that even the sound where it comes from is like made from struggle.
Trap
so it's really,
and drill.
There's really soul.
They got like UK
in the music.
drill and stuff like that, and it's like it's not the same.
it's not,
as Chicago drill or Southern.
But I can live with UK because it's not like they just sound actually different. But the UK drill shit is fucking crazy. But that's the thing, they're black.
Yeah, that is the thing.
They're black, so it doesn't feel like.
So it doesn't feel as awkward. I think it's trying to understand it.
They're not trying too hard. It's just literally the life they live.
I think they can also come from that, like you said, like trap and drill is from the slums. It's from that struggle, and it's not like black Europeans don't face racism
and that type of struggle either. And I'm like,
so
Korea,
they can't speak to it.
I might just be wrong because of course, Korean people of all over the world struggle with like it's not the same. I don't know if
it's kind of different because like looking at it and hearing it, it's like y'all are still all like Korean or all Japanese. So it's kind of like like it's just the thing is because not against it. It's not like it's bad. It's just kind of weird because we know where it comes from.
Yes, especially
and we know the influence and the inspiration behind it. And your influence and inspiration isn't the same.
It's literally direct influence from us versus us making it. You know, people love taking black people's thing and then running somewhere with it and doing stuff with it. Like it's music. You can
I still listen to some shit.
Yeah, I
listen to like a track from the Higher Brothers. They're like an Asian group, like, and I don't listen to a lot of their shit, but like I think there's like maybe one song that I really fuck with, but like. No, it's just the idea of it, and I'm just like, I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Just like when you kind of like think of it, like you can just vibe to it. Be like, this is dope, and then when you kind of start thinking about it, like, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but it's kind of hard to explain why it's weird.
See, like I said, specifically, I can do any culture of anybody, anywhere, just rapping. Even though that's still like a black people thing, but that's something that was made and like pushed into the forefront by black people. It's like rapping is really, I mean, it's all poetry, but rapping specifically, at least the rap that I'm talking about, is really just like poetry over dope beats. And Japanese people be cooking up some crazy like fucking beats. Their aesthetic, all that shit. So like that is different. I think
and
trap
like,
specifically.
I also don't get it because a lot of artists use literally like samples from like Japanese artists.
And that's the
so
thing
like, I understand.
about rap. Rap is kind of, when you look at it, taking from others sampling is taking, if you will, it's the essence of rap because it's taking the scraps, if you will, from other things and putting it together and making it work. And if that's not that's really the essence of music entirely as a whole too, because of just how music is universal, art is universal.
Because I mean, there's no art. Language. Because art. There's no art without imitation. There's always some nigga that, like, some nigga, like, even if you think about it, like, first nigga to ever paint something, some nigga was like, oh, I can probably do that. That's dope.
And I think the crazy thing is like, the imitation part, I feel, is strictly inspiration at times. And, like, people get, like, I understand people get upset, like, oh, this person's, like, taking my work or whatever. But, like, they're so inspired by you doing this
that they do it.
And so like there should be a sense of like,
there's definitely a sense of like
humbleness
in it.
I think it just depends on how it's done. Like I will not appreciate you just literally
just
like
biting the style and not giving any credit, or
it's a difference when you're like innovating something. Like I think the difference between, I'm trying to find an example that's not like
I had an experience like that actually, because I think I don't know if like you were there when I dropped this song, but I don't want to name names, but like I had like shouted them out and it was like an instrumental, and I was like, yo, this is the original track, make sure y'all give love. I was inspired and like I just freestyled over it. And then like I guess he got mad about it and just blocked me. Wow. And I was like, okay. I didn't. And the thing is, like, I didn't even monetize the song. It was just strictly inspiration. Dropped it on SoundCloud.
And even in that's doing it right. It was like, yo, I found this beat, or I heard this beat and I kind of flipped it or whatever.
And like I'm always trying to show love, and like this is the original. Like, please show love to the original. Like, if you like it, like, yo, go check his out because he's the original. He's one that inspired me. Like, because like you easily could have just been like, oh yeah, I flipped this track. And I'm a spaz on it,
or just
and I'm put it on iTunes. Fuck you niggas, like,
and not say
anything. Not say anything.
Like wrong. Even the way that I, like in the comparison to perfect example, Lil Wayne, Young Thug, Future, Designer. So like, what I will not appreciate is what Designer did as far as like when I first heard Designer rap, bro.
That James was right,
bro. When I first heard Designer rap, I just knew it was Future. Like I remember when Life of Pablo dropped. I got bros in Atlanta.
I was like, oh, he got Future.
I was like, yo,
I had never heard Panda before that song. I was like, yo, he got Future.
So look, I remember what happened.
There were no features.
I remember how I figured it out.
That's when I was like, okay, Future.
I knew that was Future for a week until I went to, because everybody was listening to it. Till I went to some dude's room, and not some dude, one of my friend's room, and some dude was in there, and then I was like, bruh, Future snapped on this. And he was like, bruh, that is not Future. I said, what? Yes, it is. That is literally Future. Bruh, no, that is Designer, bruh. That he does. And then, that I was like, what blew me was, because he was right, but what blew me was, he was like, bruh, he doesn't even sound like Future. I was like, nigga, yes, he does. He sounds exactly like Future. And then not only that, it was also the fact on the previous track, Father Stretch Your Hands, Father Stretch My Hands, but that wasn't.
No, that was Father Stretch My Hands. I forget what the track is before.
Father Stretch My Hands Part 2, yeah.
And it's Father Stretch My Hands Part 1.
No, it's not, is it? No, it's not, because it does it? Up in the morning. I think that's Part 2, bro. I think Part 1 was beautiful.
It's crazy because I was just listening to Life of Pablo earlier this week. But regardless, I can't remember.
I think and the if your Metro don't trust you, is what threw me. I think it does.
He does have
that intro.
Future's tag for Metro.
So I think it is because I think it's Father Stretch My Hands. I think that's Father Stretch My Hands, and then Part 2 is the one with Designer on it.
I think that's right.
Yeah, because that's what made me say, okay, he got Young Metro to do the beat. It's the Future tag, so that has to be Future rapping, and then it wasn't, and then it literally.
And then it turned out it wasn't.
And I was like, and then after that, he continued to put out tracks, and I was just like, bro, not only is this artist not dynamic enough for me to like, he literally sounds like a knockoff Future. So then, but in comparison, Young Thug, Lil Wayne, you can obviously tell, at least definitely in the beginning.
Part 1 is it? So then what is
Part 1 is it?
It's
Part 1
is Part 2.
Part 2 is if Young Metro don't trust you. Come on.
Part 1.
Because it's Father Stretch My Hands Part 1, and then that's when he does If Young Metro Don't Trust You. Because it starts with You're the Only Pop. Future is on the song.
This is Part 1?
Yeah, this is Part 1.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. This is Part 1, and Part 2 is I Got Bros in Atlanta. Because it ramps up after that. And I remember I remember hearing Future on it and thinking like, not Future on Part 2, but I remember hearing Future on Part 1 and thinking, oh, the perfect transition in this Part 2 has got to be Future. But regardless, like the difference between that and what Lil Wayne and Thug, you can obviously hear Lil Wayne's influence in Thug early on. Not saying it's not there now, but definitely like a lot more early on. But I was never like, oh, this is a Young Thug. Like, I'm sorry, this is a fucking Lil Wayne clone. Like, even as far as, I don't think, some people say Jid is a Kendrick Lamar clone, but I don't think Jid is a Kendrick Lamar clone. I can tell influence. I can tell influence.
There's influence, but he definitely has his own style.
Influence, and then on the Never Story, it sounds more, but then you hear him with Earth Gang, then you hear DiCaprio 2, and you're like, he is definitely not a Kendrick clone. He is
never had shit, never been shit.
Never been shit.
Yeah, like
I'll never do shit. Then
yeah,
but the nigga never gave two shits.
Me and my two niggas be like Ed and Eddie.
Bro, niggas be like eating. And this is the other thing early, because it's not per se early on in his career, but like, I don't know. Sometimes it takes time to develop, to grow out of a certain, because in my opinion, anybody who makes music, especially anybody who just makes that, I think anybody who makes that decision like, oh, I'm gonna make music, I don't think anybody woke up randomly out of the blue without being a music fan of, and being a fan of somebody or some one or two people in particular, and was just like, I'm gonna make music and just make, like, you're like we were saying, just by influence. You're influenced by like what you listen to. Like, I can listen to anybody that's like, people. I listen whenever, not per se discover, but whenever I'm talking to somebody like, yeah, I make music, and they play me like their music, especially if it's like hip hop oriented, like, I can be like, okay, nah, I can tell this nigga listens to this person. I could tell Ron when Ron was showing me his music for the first time, like, okay, Ron listens to Kid Cudi and Ron loves Kid Cudi, because you can hear the influence. I have another roommate, Slim. Slim was showing me his music. I was like, this nigga loves Kanye, Cameron, and Kid Cudi. Like, those are definitely some of his favorite artists. And them niggas, when I started talking to them, they were like, yeah, man, Kid Cudi's like my fucking favorite. Kid Cudi saved my life. I'm like, yeah, I can tell. I know. Like, even me, like, I don't know 1,000,000% what people would say after they hear my music, as far as like who they think my influences are.
I feel like you're influenced by Eminem, I want to say.
Yes. I'm about to talk
about Eminem. Not in like...
Because that's what I mean. Not in
it's like, I don't know how to explain how you're influenced by Eminem, but like, I can... That's like, it's just like, I can hear it.
Yeah, because so even in... I don't know if...
And by what you've told me, too.
I can hear Eminem's influence in the way that you string together rhymes in one line.
Oh, and
The syllables that you use to string together rhymes is what the influence from Eminem comes. Is where I can hear it. That's where I can hear the influence from Eminem. And then there's some influence from Kanye. But I also know that just from knowing you for so long, remember, you know, stuff like that.
Because I would say...
Yeah, I agree, too.
I would say with me, as far as... Hold on. Yeah, just grab it real quick. I think it might just run out of space or something like that, so I might need to delete a file. Let me see it.
I got some. I got some.
It started.
Quick break. Intermission.
I already know what it is.
Black box.
Give me 2 seconds. Let me... Albums, videos. You what?
Bro, what? Lindsey Graham says Stacey Abrams tricked Republicans into helping Biden win. This shit is hilarious, bro. This is the funniest election ever.
Oh my god. Trump lost 3 times in Georgia, man. That's a three-peat, man.
It's a three-peat, bro.
That's a three-peat, man.
In less than a month. That's crazy.
That's a three-peat.
Man.
Can you put this back over there?
Trump is a loser.
All right, so you said you had paquet, but yeah. So as far as it goes with like, I've heard somebody else say that about me. Like I can tell him because I don't think it's not the nee. Like I get what you're saying, Ron, because it's not like a direct like. I listen to my music and I don't think Eminem, but what I do think, like, that's what I mean by like influence without the direct like. So one of my favorite things about Eminem, I know I've talked about this nigga multiple times on the show, is the combination of it's the like flow. I love, and Mac Miller's in there too because there's one thing I always loved about Mac Miller. Mac Miller was one of the people who really, I didn't per se listen to him all throughout my like. I didn't listen to him all throughout my I didn't start listening to Mac Miller until I was like maybe 16 going on 17 and I started rapping at the age of maybe like 19 and I'm 24 now. So but Kanye and Eminem I was listening to like for the longest. So like those are like 2 of my favorite artists like period. But I can say Mac Miller, listening to Mac Miller made me say, nah, I'ma make some fucking rap songs because like it's just little things I appreciate. Flow, like the way Mac Miller was able to just string. Sometimes he just be saying stuff, but the way he's able to just string together shit so lackadaisically and like loosely in it, like
I really like his voice.
Yeah,
and his monotone in a way. But
as a
I can't even say instrument. It's like
not really like as a what's that thing? Not is it metronome or something? It's just the way he used it to keep himself on track, if you will. Like he constantly, like he was never sped up or slowed down, or anything like that.
Like I said, rhyme schemes, cadences.
Yes,
sipping Jameson like I was majored in whiskey flavoring. When I'm done, cut your head off and leave it dagged. I'm playing hot potato in the Winnebago, and it's just a still to taste Tokado when they dip the queso. Oh my God, beautiful, man, beautiful. All right, man. Jumping topics real quick. So this week, 2020 just keeps getting wilder and wilder and wilder, bruh. I woke up one morning and niggas was basically saying that Israel confirmed, or a nigga from Israel confirmed, we have been in contact with aliens. And they've been contacting niggas in not Atlanta. They've been contacting niggas in the United States.
Spaceships on Bankhead.
They got in contact with niggas in United States and Israel and said basically like the Galactic Federation wants us to join, but they're scared what people.
You niggas not ready yet.
Yeah, bro, y'all
niggas are not ready.
But basically
that is
ready.
Not a false statement. It's not. Especially if we talk about America.
It's
regardless
going
if it's
to
true
be
or not,
scary.
Yeah, regardless if it's true or not, niggas are not
But
ready.
how much are you willing to die for?
I don't want to be a part of the Galactic Federation. I don't. Like, that ain't got shit to do with me. If niggas don't like me, if white people don't even like me here, what the fuck gonna happen?
Like,
now I gotta experience racism. Now I gotta experience double-edged sword racism. I gotta experience the racism
that's like
for being
speciesism or something like that.
Yes, like the human. They gonna hate us because we human, and then they gonna double hate black people. Like even worse. Like
I feel that.
Yeah. Why would I want to experience that?
I really like.
Because people
like
are
that,
ignorant.
But it's like that because it's like you think about it, they're gonna come here like take me to your leader, and I don't want to take you to any of the leaders we have. Like honestly,
dude, if they say take me to my leader, I'm literally going to take them to a Edgewood crackhead. Oh God, I'm gonna just be like, this nigga right here. This nigga right here is literally our leader. He runs everything. Just talk to him, and I'm gonna just see where it goes. Because honestly, like, I'm not trusting nobody. I'm not trusting anybody in power. Because they're just gonna do fuck shit. I've seen too many movies, and not even just seen too many movies. I've seen reality happen too many times to know what happens when you give white men the ability to do shit. And I've also seen South Park a lot. So this kind of reminds me of that one episode of South Park with the
Galactic Federation is definitely the precursor for Space Force to get greenlit.
Dude, that and niggas was like, that's actually what Donald Trump was doing, and he almost dropped the ball on it. But like, they told him to like basically,
they told him to chill out.
Yeah, basically.
Oh
chill
my
out.
You're getting too much information.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
Do y'all remember what episode of South Park I'm talking about? Dude, so basically, this episode was so fucking funny, bro. South Park.
I think I did.
I love South Park. I've said that on this show before, but I really do love South Park. It's so fucking funny. So basically, the theme of the episode originally was about Stan's dad was trying to teach Stan how to like lie because they had a Pinewood Derby race. And you're not supposed to put anything other than what's in the kit in the Pinewood Derby car, in the official Pinewood Derby car. This nigga, what's that nigga's name? Randy, who's Stan's dad, goes to like a quantum physics lab and breaks in and steals like some super powerful hydrogen collided atom or some shit like that and puts it in the Boxwood Derby car. So like, they launched that shit at the fucking race, and that shit like takes off and goes into warp speed and flies into space. There's a so aliens come after they won the Pinewood Derby race. Aliens come, or an alien comes and is like, all right, basically I found this warp drive, and that means you humans are smart enough to like do shit, but I need you guys to build me another warp drive where I'm gonna like kill everybody on the planet. And then all this nigga has is a pistol. And it was funny as fuck because somehow he's being projected across every screen across the world. But like somebody in New York is like, wait a second, we can just jump him. He can't shoot all of us. And this nigga shoots the pistol, and then he gets hit in New York from fucking South Park in like 2 seconds. The shit was dumb. But like they killed the nigga, and he said he robbed a bank, and he had like $4 billion in space cash on the fucking ship. And like, and then some cops come by, and instead of people like giving the cops back the money, they're like, wait a second, what if we just keep the space cash? Like, and just get rich, like type shit. And it's weird because I remember watching it before the episode even ended, like, it doesn't have any value. It's like, it's space cash. Like, so they were trying to hide it. The cops kept coming back, and eventually at the end they were like, bro, y'all niggas are really, really, really dumb. Like, y'all niggas are in fact so dumb, we're gonna put a box around the earth so you can't interact with any other aliens ever because you would fuck shit up because all this shit was really a test to begin with. I feel like something like that would happen.
Yes, I just had to look it up because I thought I heard Galactic Federation before, and I did from Rick and Morty. When he went to the Galactic Federation and changed the currency of the fucking universe from 1 to 0.
Gentlemen, there's a solution to this you're not seeing.
Like he changed it from 1 to 0, and niggas started bartering with pills.
I think that happened before. Niggas were already bartering with pills, and when he did that destroyed everything. Because there were so many.
Yeah, because the Galactic Federation took over. Yeah,
niggas said, wait a second, who's paying me?
Who's paying me to get with this guy?
Yeah, like I'll do it for money. This shit was, bro.
And they all started shooting everybody like that. That's exactly what would happen. Like if they came to America. That's like the whole thing.
Truly, shout outs to Rick and Morty. There are just too many quotable. Bro, that show's written, like, the dialogue is written too perfectly.
Yeah.
It really is.
I throw balls far. You want good words? Date a languager. Oh my God, that shit is golden, bro. Rick and Morty is one of my favorite shows. I didn't really care for the fourth season like that.
I haven't sat down. And
I watched through the fourth season.
I watched one episode. He was like, if things go bad, jump into the same vat of acid that I jumped in, and they just sit
and then they just sit in the acid.
They're like, there's no way they're dead.
Look at the bones on this guy.
And then he was like, man, this is so fucking traumatizing. I just have to sit here. Okay, we'll just sit here as long as with you. Dude, that shit was crazy.
Because I think they were like, throw a rat in there. And he threw a rat in there and he let the wrong bones loose. Jesus Christ, look at the bones on this guy, man. What? That shit was crazy. It does, like, the season does have its highlights and moments. I just feel like it got a little too, like, Rick and Morty really blew up. Like, I distinctly remember
when Morty missed that shot and he actually shot the dude and killed him.
I'm trying to remember which one.
And he was like, God damn it! And then he just came out and killed everyone.
And he shot him. And and he was like, good job, Rodin. I'm glad you read the note. He was like, oh yeah, I'm glad I saw that. It worked out. I'm like, bro.
Dude, I got I remember when Rick and Morty first it really blew up in season 3. Season 3 made it take off, and then they had that long time where they just weren't dropping episodes or anything. But super specifically, I used to have the so before I had my iPhone, I had a little iPod 3G, and I remember being in high school, bro. It was dope because I had the shit jailbroken and shit. But so we would just play games and do dope shit. And outside of that, there was Show me. Is that recording?
No, it's not.
I hope I have space on my phone. I'm just not about to spaz. Okay. I remember niggas was like playing games and shit on the phones and shit, and I remember I got the Adult Swim app, and it used to be super free. You didn't have to have like anybody's login information, and they would drop pilots and shit. They would just drop basically what was coming on at night because I didn't have a TV in my room and I was watching that. And bro, from the first episode that I watched, I was like, this is one of the funniest shows I've ever seen. Like, it's so, and they incorporate some. Yes, yeah. They went to school at like Georgia Tech or something like that. Right? Yeah. Like,
well, Dan Harmon also wrote for Community. That's why I shout out to Dan Harmon. Cult classic.
Like, I remember from the first episode saying like, this show's gonna be really fucking good because like the writing is just fucking impeccable,
I hate
bro.
that white bitch.
I've never seen
Britta
or
I think it was Britta.
The blonde one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that.
I draw the line.
I draw. He's like, I can excuse racism, but I draw the line of like animal cruelty. And she was like, you can excuse racism. Community's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I just watched The Office a couple of years ago. The Office one really. I used to be like, bro. I don't.
The Office are like my lowest moments. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Lowest
and best moments.
I didn't know.
Yeah, both.
Originally, when I heard of The Office and people were like, "What's The Office?" I was like, "You mean that show with the white people?" I'm not watching it. No, that show's funny, bro.
That show's
hilarious.
funny.
It's really funny.
It's like
it's
the Office
cringiest
is like
shit I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh, bro! We got to do an Office bracket.
Yeah, we do. We can come back to it. I want to talk about this now while we're talking about it
because I think it's getting off Netflix.
Yeah, it's gonna be off of Netflix at the end of the year. I think it's going to Peacock though, or NBC streaming.
Do you guys have a favorite episode of The Office?
I have so many.
I don't know.
We can still do the
There
bracket.
was a time when fucking Jim was imitating Dwight the whole day. Dude. Oh my god.
Which bears best?
The other time when that Asian dude was pretending to be Jim.
God, yeah, that was
god.
Season 9.
That was so fucking hilarious.
I started watching like after Michael left, but that was I see that clip all the time.
Oh my god.
changed out the picture on his desk with his kids.
Dude.
He was like, Jim, you're not Jim. Jim's not Asian. He's like,
Jim's not
never see race? Who don't see you, Dwight? Like, bro, like the level.
And then when Pam came over and kissed him, I was like, oh my god.
And then they just cut to the scene where they're talking to damn, what's her name?
Pam.
And she's like, Jim has a dentist appointment this morning, and with Steve's one of our actor friends, and it's just like that's like the whole thing. I'm like, bro, one of my favorite prank is when Jim put Dwight's office supplies in the vending machine.
Oh,
and
man.
then gave him a bag full of nickels, and then stuff out. That's probably one of my favorite pranks. My favorite episode.
That was good.
One of my favorite episodes has got to be like Dinner Party. Because it's just this man Michael has like 15-inch TV with speakers on the side.
Dude, I remember that.
And it's like it's surround sound, and he just pushes it back on the wall, like it's out a little bit. He just pushes some random chick or whatever that comes, and just like the whole freaking episode is just it's so cringe, it's hilarious.
Yeah,
it's just like, bro, this is awkward, but I don't understand how you can get through these scenes without laughing. I was like, bro, I couldn't make it. I could not survive The Office.
Yeah.
Like, I think
it started to die down after
Mike left.
Yeah, it wasn't the same after Michael.
It's still
best. I'm doing two things at once. Hold up. I think one of my favorite episodes is the episode where, because what made me fall in love with The Office, I watched the first episode, I was like, okay, this is pretty funny. But I think specifically, it was probably the second episode, Mike promised these niggas that...
the kids?
No, that is one of my favorite episodes.
That episode is
hey, Mr. Mike. Hey, Mr. Mike. What you gonna do? Make our dreams come true. Where he promised all those kids he'd pay for their college tuition when they were kids, and then they would graduate, and they all graduated.
Dude, when he did the cutscene, and he was like, "Yo, I don't think I can do that."
That shit was crazy, bro. I was like, that is a legendary moment. I think that's my favorite episode. But I think the moment, because that happened later on. It was the actual second episode of the show. Mike promised everybody at the he put Dwight in charge of making their insurance budget, and Dwight was just fucking that shit up. Like, and then. And they had to like the end of the day to do it. And he was like, he told everybody he had a surprise for them. At the end of the day. So he went out to do some shit and he never got it. And he came back. Dwight fucked up their shit, so they basically didn't get anything. And then before everybody left, they were like, well, Mike, what's the surprise? And he was like, shit. No, not shit. He was like, and he was just fumbling around. He started just talking and everybody just stared at him. And then somebody, I think Stanley, who was my favorite character, Stanley was like, I don't think you have a surprise. He was like, I have a surprise. And And he just started doing shit, and then niggas just started. He eventually just stopped. He just kind of sat there, and niggas just started walking out. It's like, actually, no, this show is really, really fucking funny. Michael is fucking hell. The episode when Dwight was trying to make sure everybody knew what to do in a fire drill.
Oh, no, that is my favorite episode. No, yeah, that's my favorite episode.
Dude, that was
the fucking
crazy.
fire drill. Bro, Oscar jumps into the ceiling trying to get out.
Angela throws
her cat up, and then motherfucker just falls
Dude, at
through
one
another
point, there's
one.
just so much going on. And then, like, there's just...
Stanley falls out.
Someone is just, like, constantly screaming.
Yeah,
I think it's Angela. Is it Angela that's just...
I don't know who just constantly screams, but somebody
like,
is
that shit
screaming.
was crazy.
So you're like, break the door.
Yeah. And then Stanley falls out, and Michael's like, Stanley, get up, Stanley. Obama's black, Stanley. And I was like, bro, everything. But it's just, like, all that stuff's hysterical, but the setup, like, you just...
When Dwight burns the doorknob. Right, left the doorknob on fire so it's hot to the touch. Check the knob to see if it's hot to the touch. Checks the knob.
What does lukewarm mean? And then everybody starts going different ways.
It's perfectly read. Even after that, when they're trying to fire Dwight and Mike doesn't want them to fire Dwight, they're asking him questions. He just walks to the window, open his legs up, and he's like, he's like, this city. I remember I saw that shit on shrooms for the first time. And I remember being like, that was the scene that made me want to watch The Office. Because I was tripping with a bunch of people, and somebody was like, they asked me if I had ever seen it. I was like, that white people show? They were like, no, come here. And everybody went upstairs, and they were like, just watch this scene. I was like...
Scene, that is arguably the greatest It is definitely the greatest sitcom.
Dude, when they were
scene
doing
ever,
fucking
but,
parkour,
like,
dude.
parkour. They were jumping over the couches and stuff. This man jumped into the fridge and they just stood there and watched like
he died, bro. Oh my god!
And then some of the fucking earlier seasons where I remember they were playing basketball.
Nah, that's what I was about to say. Stanley.
And then
he came out the court, yo, because Mike was saying Stanley could play basketball.
Stanley, he was like, yeah, because he's black. Yeah, he can play basketball.
Come on.
That shit was fucking
Who was out
weird.
there? And then everybody that he
Kevin
did
was
pick.
out there absolutely.
Kevin
hooping.
was wetting them all.
Kevin was hooping, bro.
Kevin was eating
Jim was
that shit.
hooping. It's so many
Stanley
great
dribbled
moments.
down. He was slapping the
He was
ball.
like
up the
this.
court.
There's so many great moments. Michael had to shoot the free throw. He shot that shit all the way over the basket, out into the what's it called?
And then the game, he was like, "Let's just end the game." It was a foul. Let's
That
just
shit
end the
was
game
hell.
right here. And then I think they were up,
Yeah.
and they whatever they were competing for, like
I don't even remember.
they were competing for something. And then the niggas was like. Basically, bro, I love Craig Robinson. Yo, okay, I'm sorry. Another great office moment.
Daryl.
How did the song? How did the song go?
The people person.
Yeah, what was the setup for it? What was the setup?
Something. It was like, damn, I can't remember.
Yeah, I know what you're doing.
Family faces around the block. I can't remember everything. It was like, bro.
Dunder Mifflin, the people purchase paper people. And then the fucking Mike came. What did Mike say? He was like, "Oh my god!"
No, he was like,
it's
I thought it would be a rap.
No, it wasn't just that. He said something. He was like fucked up. He was like, it was bad. Like I don't like it or some shit like that.
Like,
And everybody was like,
I was under the impression that it would be a rap or whatever. And then it was just like, it was so many. It was one of the other earlier ones when Roy was still there. And he had already came in and basically tried to assault Jim, and Dwight pepper sprayed him.
Oh my god.
So then it's towards the end of the episode, and Roy is just there and everything. He's getting ready to go. And it's like, it's cool, whatever. Everybody's leaving. Nothing's about to pop off. And Kevin just comes around. I think he came from like the break room.
Yeah.
And it's like, Jim, Roy. And it's like, bro, like, if he was going to do something, you late. Jim was like, thanks, Kevin. I appreciate it.
Wasn't there an episode where fucking where Mike was dating Pam's mom or something?
Oh, yeah.
And then he broke up with
And
her
then he
because
broke up, and then she had to punch him.
Yes.
There's one scene where Toby's teaching her how to punch, and then they just pan out and you see Michael.
And yo, he's like
actually
shit.
worried.
He's
And then she hits him. And she's like,
At
"Did that hurt?"
first
He
she
was like,
wasn't.
"No."
At first she wasn't because
Baby.
she stopped and she wasn't gonna hit him.
Yeah.
In a minute.
And then she did it, and then he said something about her mom, and she just turned.
Yeah, he turned around. and hit the-
And she was like, "Did it hurt?" And he was like, "No," but he started crying, and she was like, "It didn't hurt you, baby." Bro, that is
shit-
absolutely. The story
Yo,
is just absolutely
it's
hilarious.
true. I
bro.
didn't think it was gonna be that funny, but it's
It's
really.
it's like
really
real world situations funny, like just to a different level. It's like part of the reason why I also love Bob's Burgers so much. It gives me that.
Oh
office
my god,
vibe.
I didn't. Bob's Burgers is actually pretty fucking funny,
Bro,
bro.
Bob's
I
Burgers
didn't
absolutely
because every time I watch it, I try not to that, and I'm also gonna touch on another show, Bob's Burgers. I try not to like it, but it's actually pretty fucking funny.
Bro,
I think, bro, so many
Queen
scenes.
Latifah, give me strength.
Oh my god, the scene where Bob is trying to teach what's the oldest
Tina
how to drive.
Like,
It's a car on the other side of the parking lot. It's just going slow, and he's like,
and she just going. He's like, Tina.
then
Tina,
she starts
turn,
going
left or right. Tina, turn,
Any
Tina,
any
turn.
direction, because she kept going. She
kept going back and forth,
at
left
first, I
and
think
right.
at first she was going right, and then she was going directly towards
she
the
was
car.
going directly to the car, and then he was like, Tina, turn. He was like, which way? She just kept going left and right. He's like, Tina, turn. It doesn't matter, just turn.
She just, for the love of God, picking directions.
It's a whole. Imagine a whole Walmart parking lot empty except for one other car. And she manages to hit the
That
only
one car,
other car, bro.
Also,
It was one part where when Mr. Fishholder or his brother Felix was trying to sell the wharf, and then Felix tried to kill him and all that stuff. It's at the very end of the second part of the episode, and Mr. Fishholder, in order to get Bob not to rat on his brother, is like, "Hey man, I'll take some money off your rent." He was like, Bob was like 10,000. He was like, "No, 8,000." He's like, no, whatever. And then he got to 5. And Mr. Fitzholder said 5. And then the kids just come up out of nowhere. 4, 3, 2, 1, yay! And Mr. Fitzholder was like, all right, yeah, no, nothing. And Bob's like, I'm trying to get something. Mm-hmm. And Linda is like, oh no, Bob, stop complaining about stuff. And I'm like, bro, y'all are broke. He's trying to get your rent down.
It's those little moments.
It's like, bro, the show is awesome. I fucking love Louise. Louise is my favorite character.
Also, another show that's really fucking funny. Have you guys watched King of the Hill?
King of the Hill is absolutely...
King of the Hill is hysterical. So when I was a kid,
King of the Hill is absolutely
I always saw, I was just kind of like, this show is just like whatever. It's just kind of dry. But then as I got older, I think what happened is, this is still this way now, and I thought about it last night. I had a really nostalgic moment. What got me into King of the Hill was I always watched Cartoon Network, and King of the Hill used to come on Fox.
It used to be the first one for
but that happened in around 2011, 2012. It wasn't always like that.
It wasn't.
So, because King of the Hill used to come on Fox, and I would never. The only show that I would watch on Fox when it was coming on Fox was Family Guy, because I wasn't even an American Dad.
I wasn't.
It would just come. It would come
we
on
could get
afterwards.
into American Dad too.
But yeah, because American Dad is really, really funny. Yes. But I think I used to watch Adult Swim, and it would just like Cartoon Network mainly. Actually, at one point I was staying at my grandmother's house. I didn't have a remote for my room, so basically the TV was just on Cartoon Network, and I didn't mind because that's my favorite network. Period. Yeah. So I think it was just on, and I would just hear shit in the background, and I'd look up and be like, "Oh my god, what? This is King of the Hill." Like, I think the first quote that got me, that made me say, "I need to start watching this." Dale, I don't remember what it was 100%, so I'm not gonna say it because I don't know what it is verbatim. But Dale is just so stupid, bro. That nigga Dale is stupid as shit. Another moment I heard, I was listening to this yesterday because I would like go to sleep and then just hear shit in the background sometimes, and I'd be like, bro, this shit has me dead. Dale, I think he asked Hank if Hank wanted him to kill somebody, and Hank was like, say yes if you want me to do it, but also do nothing if you want me to do it. And Hank didn't do anything because he was trying to ignore this nigga. He was like, I can't tell if you want me to do it. And he asked him another question that made the same statement.
Right,
like, say yes.
He
said, say yes if you want me to do anything, or say no, or don't do anything if you want me to do it too, if you want me to convert.
One of the funniest gags from King of the Hill for me was the episode where they were like, Hank Hill has no ass. Like, he legit has
no ass. Bruh, he's such a square, bruh.
I'm like, why is this funny? I was like, this has no reason to be this funny.
It doesn't. It's so
just
dry.
Absolutely hilarious.
This nigga Hank Hill is the driest nigga. He don't want to see Bobby dancing. Bobby
can't do anything, bro. And freaking John.
The man just want to sell his propane, man.
That's it,
bro. So another episode that had me dead. When Luann, is that, what's the daughter's name? Not the daughter, but
it's Luann.
Is Luann the one, the blonde one?
Yeah.
Married?
No, the one.
Luann is a blonde.
Luann. When she was boxing, the niggas was like making getting knocked out. It's like, this nigga just loves propane, bro. Yeah. He goes to George Foreman because Luann gets in a boxing match with George Foreman's daughter, thinking that she can really, really box. She can't really box, but like, because people were throwing the matches. So he's like, maybe if I go talk to George Foreman, then shit would be cool. So they talk it out, and George Foreman is like, yeah, man, appreciate it. Hey, man, you run the propane store, right? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, maybe you could, maybe put like an advertisement, put one of my George Foremans in your, in your shop. And then he looked at this nigga and said, oh, no, that's okay. We don't really believe in putting novelty shops in the in the shop. And he's novelty grills in the shop. And he's like, what you mean novelty grills? He's like, oh, well, it's not like a real grill.
Not a real grill.
Like he's like, it doesn't use like propane like a real grill would use. Mm-hmm. And like maybe like I can see it being something that like I can see it as like yours is more like an iron or something that little girls would use.
Yeah, it's like an iron. Yeah.
I was like, what? What the fuck did you say about my grill? He was like dead ass though, and they got into an argument. He was like, "Fight's on," and Hank was like, well, at least he said, what did he say? At least my Kenny. He was like, at least what department did he say? He said, at least my grill isn't found in a home goods department in the store. Or some shit like that, bro. Hank Hill is hell.
Dude, do y'all remember when Khan and Min first moved in? And Dale, like, I think they were having like a barbecue or whatever, and Dale like tried to crash their party or whatever.
I vaguely remember that.
Dude, that was like one of the earliest episodes. That shit was so hilarious.
Because I'm rewatching it.
It's on Hulu, right?
Yeah, because I'm rewatching
I
it.
think he was. I think he thought like they were cooking like
People
cat
or
or some shit like that. That shit was fucking.
I haven't seen it in a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and binge.
Yeah, because I just started. Because I didn't start from season 1. I just throw it because it's several mini seasons. I just throw it in at like around season 5 or 6. Bro, it's too funny, bro. The fact that Stan.
Even with shows that I watch regularly, I'll go to like the middle seasons and then just watch those. It's like when it.
This can segue to my other point, but in the only show I can start from season 1 with is American Dad. Cartoon wise, because it's gold from the beginning. Because I think I was doing that at first with American Dad. I was just started from 3, and then I maybe went back to 2, and I went back to 1. I was like, bro, no, these are all funny. Like this shit is like, cause okay,
I can start Family Guy from season 1.
I can do that, but I think Family Guy was better. Family Guy,
Seth MacFarlane, so they're both his shows.
So I think American Dad's the better show of all his shows. It's the best show out of all.
I used to be one of those people who was like, no, Family Guy is the best one. Not really watching like American Dad like that. And then I watched, and I actually talked about this with, you remember Milan's brother, Daviar? His older brother? I talked about this with Daviar. I was like, bro, I used to be one of them niggas that was like, no, bro, like American Dad, yeah, it's funny, but it ain't got nothing on Family Guy. And then like I started really paying. You gotta pay more attention.
I love the concept of Roger. Like, Roger is fucking.
The fact that he can be, it's the fact that he can be any character, so you can put any plot into that, and it will make sense. Like it just works. I think. Family Guy, you need Family Guy in order to get American Dad. But I think one thing that's okay. So Family Guy relies on a lot of cutouts and is really random. And I think really after season maybe 8 or 9, they just got a lot lazier. The thing about American Dad is they have to construct these plots around these characters, and all the characters are dynamic. Every character is dynamic in their own fucking way. Like Francine is actually, she's not just a side like character. She's actually funny as fuck. Stan is wild. Haley is dope as fuck.
Haley can be super annoying and then just like super important to the show. Like
Klaus is fucking hilarious.
Bro.
Roger, the fact that Steve can sing is crazy. Bro, wait. No, that one, but you know what I'm looking for.
I know the favorite song.
Is she not hot enough for you, Dad? I can't believe that you can't see those lips, hips, and face. Bodies all over the place. Oh yeah, yo.
Damn, that's my mama.
That's my mama.
Damn it, that wasn't my mama. Oh my god, bro. Yo, he be eating on these tracks, bro. Oh, Helen Keller, open your eyes and got the perfect wife. The time I can't even hit the. What's the best? Oh my god, bro. Yo, I can't even.
I need a versus with fucking Steve and Chip Skylark. Fuck it.
No, nobody has enough tracks. Nobody has enough tracks,
Make it happen.
Nobody has enough tracks.
We need Steve in a versus.
I need Steve. Steve, oh my goodness, bro. Like I said, the characters are so dynamic in their own way.
You can
and they have
plots out of Steve's friends.
I'm trying to think. There are 2 episodes. My 2 favorite moments in American Dad.
Dude, the time when they were in the fucking... They had a whole episode of how... No, they had a whole episode of how they used to do sleepovers.
Oh, yeah.
And at the end, there was a random black dude.
Oh, yeah.
They were like, oh... Okay, and then he just stayed there with them.
I remember.
I was like, yo, what the hell?
He got them to come back. I'm like, bro, what?
I'm always been here or some shit like that, bro. My favorite episode of him. I don't know if my favorite. I think
favorite episode is the hot tub machine episode.
that is one of my
singing
favorites.
one,
It's
that
in
was
my.
hilarious.
That's in the season I'm talking about. That might be my favorite season. My favorite episode, I believe, was the episode when the hurricane came
That's
and
the
the
one
house
right after
flooded.
the hot tub.
And yes, I was about to say it's right after that. It's the episode when the hurricane came and like they were
Dude,
going to
that
leave.
shark was about to eat
Yeah,
Klaus.
no, like bro, instead kept
my
fucking
God.
shit up for everybody from the
Oh my
beginning,
God,
bro.
that shit
I
was
knew the episode was
hilarious.
gonna be crazy funny in the beginning when I think whatever that the wilderness nigga is that
Tuttle's the fat dude. I know what you're talking about.
like he pulled up and he was like, Stan, we have to leave. The other name, he was like the other name. He was like, I don't know what the name of the. I don't know what the name of
his
the.
wife's name is Sherry.
No, not-
and
not-
stuff,
not-
But he was like, yeah.
He said,
was
me and Sherry
Greg
packed
and
up-
Terry. Did he say Greg and
No,
Terry?
that's what I was about to say. He said such and such. He said such as. Oh, it got away.
He just said Greg and Terry. Or
He said,
Tuttle?
he said, no, he didn't say, didn't say Greg and Terry, whatever the other neighbors are. He was like, such and such already left. He was like, we have to evacuate. Me and Shelly are here. Such and such already left.
he was talking
Their
about fucking
beavers
like,
stand.
Yeah,
It was like the fucking beavers left.
Beavers stand.
So everybody kept listening to Stan, and he kept fucking shit up. And then in the end of the episode, he was like, I'm going to keep doing it until I get it right because the probability's on my side.
Right.
And he was like, I think he let a shark in already, and he was like,
He let a bear
then he was
in.
like, now I'm going to let the
Yeah.
door open, and I'm going to
the
let the
shark
door
will
open.
leave.
And the shark will leave, and,
And
the
the
bear
bear
came
came
in.
in.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
And he said something like they're natural enemies.
they're natural
like,
enemies, and they
no,
both
they're
teamed
not.
up and tried to kill them. And he was like, but it all ended here.
But like you actually saw them like plotting, like they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, we can get these.
So
things.
and then he was like, I'm gonna throw electrical cords in the water in order to kill the shark. And then he
Yes.
electrocuted Roger. And then finally he got the javelin. And Francine was like, please just get help. And he was
threw the
like,
javelin and it hit Haley.
and it hit Francine. He threw it through her
yeah.
shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody was like, and the bear turned and looked at this nigga
Yeah,
and was
the
like,
game looked at him like,
yo, that shit
That shit
Oh
was
my
hilarious.
God.
great. Oh
bro,
my
remember
God.
when Roger fucking punted Klaus out into the fucking hurricane?
Bro, yes,
Just like
bro.
opened the door and
Yo.
just punted him.
Last point before we switch topics. My thing, another one of my favorite American Dad moments. Do you remember when Steve and Roger were trying to prove to Klaus that they could get a Ferrari, and Klaus was in Klaus was in L.A., not L.A., Las Vegas, and them niggas came around the corner to turn my swag on.
That whole music video shit, that shit was
I'm
crazy.
like, bro, what is this?
That shit was crazy. But all right,
He was
man.
going up to the driver. He was like, Bobby, you know, you can
Bobby,
have
you
other
can have-
guys
you can do anything,
He was like,
Bobby.
that's not my name. And he was like, Jerry, you can have this. He was like, I don't think you're listening to me. I think you're just waiting for me to finish so you can say your next crazy thing. And he was like, Ricky, if you just
Just give it to me, Ricky. And he was like, you're not going to get this card. And gave it to him anyways. All right, man. Jumping topics real quick. Kid Cudi
man.
drops tomorrow.
We should have brought some home sounds for the soundboard.
We should have got some. We should have got some fucking home sounds.
Thank God
bro.
for Kid Cudi.
Thank God for Kid Cudi. Period, bro. Kid Cudi drops.
I don't got that kind of time.
Bet money, man. The goat himself drops tomorrow.
Man on the Moon 3.
That's what we were looking for the whole time. Man on the Moon 3.
Completed
Okay.
the trilogy.
So, what are you guys' favorite? What is your favorite Cudi album and why?
My favorite Cudi album. Dang, I just kind of jumped in. I'm gonna say Ron for last because I know
Yeah, that's
I'm
what I was
a
like,
much
yeah.
bigger Cudi fan than I am. My favorite Kid Cudi album is Man on the Moon, the first one. There's so many tracks on there. Oh, of course, all the main ones, Up and Away, Pursuit of Happiness, Make Her Say, all those, and then freaking. But Solo Dolo, Nightmare is probably my favorite song off that album. Cudi's Own is amazing. But
Even the Cudi tapes were crazy too.
it's
Dude,
Man on the
yeah.
Moon is like my favorite, but Passion, Pain, and Demon Slaying is like right there at number 2 because I do not like Speeding Bullets Heaven. I just can't get into it, and I was like, damn, this is so trash. But I wasn't gonna like give up on Cudi because and that came out at the time when everybody was like, no, Cudi's lost, and I was like, Cudi hasn't lost it, bro. Like Man on the Moon 2 was great, Indica was great. I think Wizard came after that. But I was like, no, these albums were still great. And then he came out with Passion, Pain, and Demon Slaying. And I was like, bro, this is such a vibe. I was like, this whole album, front to back, is it's just a masterpiece, bro. It's nothing wrong with it. I can't find any flaws. And he had 2 3 Stacks features. And damn, we did not get the episode where we talked about 3 Stacks out.
Yeah, I mean,
But I'm a huge 3 Stacks fan, and so that's 3 Stacks out here playing the flute. That's why we can't get another Frank Ocean album, because he won't lay a verse down.
I mean, it's whatever. It's cool. I'm not mad at that. Well, at least not at Andre 3000.
Can't be mad at
My favorite Cudi album is also Man on the Moon, because like you said, there's just too many classics. Like, bro, this shit just too great, bro. A B C A B C A 1 2 3. Oh man,
1 2 3.
Beautiful, bro. Common fucking doing the Kanye was because I don't know. There's just a feel you get from that album. Like it feels like that shit
Also,
is just
Cudi
right.
brings out, it's amazing. He brings out the absolute best in Kanye
Yeah.
post, like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and stuff. Like he brings out the like Kid See Ghost is phenomenal, especially starting out with that push track. I want like a collab, like another Cruel Summer. Like I just think we deserve that. But like Cudi's just amazing.
Yeah, Cudi's great. I think so Man on the Moon, because it's just classic and that's just phenomenal. And I think honorable mention album would probably be because Man on the Moon 2 is also awesome, but I think Indie Cud hit for me. Indie Cud slap. In my head, Indie Cud was really Man on the Moon 3 in my head, especially because it had solo.
It felt like it.
Yeah,
it really did feel like it.
It felt like the last piece to it, but obviously not. Wrong.
So, I would say for the longest, I don't know. I was listening to Cudi like I would say before like all the day and night shit, like when all the mixtapes happened, like a Kid Named Cudi.
Yeah, Kid Named
and
Cudi.
like, dude, one of my favorite songs was Highs and Lows. I forgot how it went, but it was like I can't think of it right now. But that
Because
shit,
it was that and a Kid Named Cudi, right?
yeah.
a kid from-
And then it was a kid from Cleveland.
A kid from Cleveland. That's what I
Yeah.
was looking for. A kid from
That
Cleveland,
one.
Kid Named Cudi.
Just those were amazing. But when he got big in like all the mainstream albums, I think Man on the Moon 2, just because like I don't know, that one just hit for me.
Man, it's because that one was darker too.
Yeah.
Yes,
The lows on that one were really low.
Yes,
man. The highs
and
were.
I feel like the first one was like it was more of your upbeat like, and then Pursuit of Happiness just really changed everything.
Yeah.
And then like I think just like where I was in my life and how the impact of Man on the Moon 2 was at the time. And then Indie Cut dropped, and then I don't know, just the production on that shit. And like I'm just so mad at myself because I didn't bring my vinyl that I have. But that shit is beautiful, and that's my favorite by far.
Indie Cut?
Freaking
Yes,
Kid-
Indie
Kid
Cut.
Wizard
Also,
Beat.
shout out to Passion, Pain, and Demon Slaying because just the Andre features,
Did Andre
dude.
Surfing is fucking amazing.
Fight at First Flight, fucking
Yeah,
that
Final
song.
First I Advance.
Oh, the drums
Pharrell
on that.
album.
Oh my god.
But I think that was like one of the first times we heard Cudi and Travis too, which was like freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Because then shortly after that we got the feature on Version of Trap Sing Ignite where they redid I forget what song they redid because I can't think of the song, but I know it. It's just I'm just gonna end all of these with Cudi's just amazing, man.
And there's just so many like hidden stuff. Like on SoundCloud, there's a song called Love by Kid Cudi. That one is just he's just I understand why a lot of people also don't like Speeding Bullet to Heaven, and then just like his punk rock phase. But as far as like artists go, I like respect the
jump or the
just
artistry of it,
the willingness to
willing-
actually
to
go
take that
out
risk.
and do new things and expand your. Hey, I listened to this as a kid. Maybe I want to explore this.
Yeah.
I can't.
Like I love that, and like a lot of artists are like, yeah, they stick to one genre, and I get it, but it's just refreshing to kind of see an artist be like well-rounded.
Yeah. Or at least
And I don't
attempt
know,
to do
or
other
at least attempt to do that. And I don't know. I liked a couple songs on there. Like Adventures was really dope. I mean, I wouldn't say like it's one of his best. Like I definitely do like him as a rapper, but
let me see. I didn't even listen to that. I heard everybody say it was whack, and I maybe heard 1 or 2 songs off of it. I was like, okay, this is kind of whack. As far as Man on the Moon, I remember because I feel like I know in my heart, like critically, I can say Man on the Moon and Man on the Moon 2 are better than Indie Cud, but it's more like I don't know out of Man on the Moon or because I want to say Man on the Moon 2, but like you said, Man on the Moon has just got so many like classics and like so many like just so many great fucking songs on it, man. Like the fucking but Man on the Moon 2, not that it's just a different feel between the two. Like I said, the Man on the Moon 2 had so many more like low points, but it's just small shit like, bro, Mojo so dope.
Oh
what?
My God.
What?
Like,
my Mojo.
He
Bro.
had a fucking Mary J. Blige feature.
And that song was so deep and
Please,
sad,
please
bro.
don't play this
Don't
song.
play this song, bro.
Bro,
Ghost, the end of Ghost. I hope they
Ashton
understand that I
Kutcher.
really.
Oh
God, like he was sliding.
He
on
was
that bitch.
sliding, bro.
Like,
bro, he
I
was
don't
sliding
know.
the whole time.
And
Marijuana.
then the thing is too is like Ghost really hits for me.
Ghost hit for me too, bro.
That's why Man on the Moon 2 is like,
bro.
It's like it's up there.
Ghost hit for me, like I remember being him. I remember one time I almost cried, bro. The song just came up in the car, and it was just perfect timing, bro.
The thing is, all along is right before that, and so like. Kid Cudi has a way of structuring his songs sonically so that they all flow. Like he even tweeted to make sure that you listen to the albums 1, 2, and 3 like in a row because they all flow together. And so I think that's just beautiful in itself as an artist and what people should really take from making albums.
Yes, like that's what I was talking about as far as like the whole Kendrick Lamar thing. And I thought about this.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar, Beyonce is also an example of doing that. Other people, Jay-Z, like
I said
Kanye.
Jay-Z did like the sequencing on, it was either one of Benny the Butcher's tapes this year or Alfredo. Like he called them up, or he was involved, and he was like basically like, oh, I think you should put this track there and this track here and stuff. It's like I think that's like so important to make sure your album flows in the most intended way to get your message across, like what you're trying to say.
It's kind of like, okay, so I thought
And
about
it helps
it like
it
this.
just make the album flow better too. When you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
like J. Cole sometimes is like an example of
But
that.
J.
Like,
Cole don't be like, it'd be like
J. Cole's sequencing on KOD was really great, actually. Like the way he did it. 2014 Forest Hills Drive was too, because he told the story like going through. The sequencing actually is like really good. I mean,
I don't know. His
puts together really.
I
good
know.
albums.
Cold World was smooth.
Yeah.
like I don't. Yo, I was thinking about this actually a couple of days ago. Just about how sequencing plays a role and how like it's a whole project thing. So like I said, I give Pimp Butterfly 10 out of 10, but also it has to do with the sequencing. So every song on there, in my opinion, is at least a 9. And I thought about it, I was like, well, if I have a song on there at 9, how do I have it at 10 out of 10? And I was like, because it also has to do with like this sequencing and how it all, like as a whole project. Like the only song I can say on there that I would give a solid 9, maybe even an 8, would be You Ain't Gotta Lie. And it's not because I don't like the song or I don't even think it's good, but like you can take that out. That's the only song you can take out of the album and it'll still sound the same. Like, or not sound the same. It doesn't play a that song doesn't play a role in the story or the sequencing. Yeah, you could take that out. You could take that song out of the album completely, and it'd be like, okay, this is the same album. Versus like any other song on the album, like especially because it's all attached to the poem. Like any other song on the album is like necessary there for like the theme and everything. And he already like, I think because you ain't got a lie / what my mama had said, but I mean he didn't talk about his mom. That's so beautiful. We didn't talk about his mom on the song Mama, but like yeah, like I think that like I said, the sequencing plays a big role. I remember being I meant to say this. I remember being in the car when Ghost came on because Kid Cudi just touched a special part like everybody. I remember being talked about in the car by my mom to my grandma, and it was just wild. And it was just I was like, bro, I just think I misunderstood. And the song came on, I was really about to cry. I hope they understand.
I don't know, man. 1 and 2 are entirely unskippable.
They are, but okay, and also
1 and 2 are entirely unskippable.
There are tracks that are skippable on Indie Cud, but still, well, at least for me, but still,
not for me.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I know because I know it's your favorite,
Not
but
for
like,
me.
still, Indie Cud made me feel like a superhero, bruh. Like I know that's a fucking, what is it, a Billy Madison quote, right? I am the smartest man alive, but the way that goes into Immortal, what's the fucking other song? Immortal, Unfuckwittable. Oh
Dude,
my god. Unfuckwittable. You can fly. Nobody can touch you, bro. Like it's so
fly.
many songs.
It's amazing. Like whenever generally I have like 6,000 songs on my phone. So generally I go to
Red
albums.
Eye, the fucking Haim feature. Red eye. That dude just driving in the night, just smoking.
Kid
Oh my
Cudi
god,
passes
that is just beautiful,
dude.
The car test every time.
What is that nigga's name? The Too Short feature on Girls.
Dude, short feature on Girls.
Bro, I just love the song.
Dude,
the shit makes me just wanna like,
Dude, I also love fucking Young Lady on there.
Is it Beautiful Young Lady or is it
Just Young Lady?
It's Young Lady.
Like, oh man. Yeah, I'm about to listen to Indie Cud after this actually.
Just What I Am.
Just What I Am. That like I remember when that shit dropped. I was like, oh no, this shit about
I
to go
wanna
off.
get high.
Neighbors not getting on it though. Asking kid, you turn it down. We said ain't no music on. She said no, that weed is loud.
We ballin', sweet swaggin', lost hawk, but I'm maintaining.
Oh my God.
I've been told that I'm amazing.
Make sure we keep that fire blazing. We living.
Ooh.
I need brothers, bruh. Brothers fucking
come
if my
on,
niggas don't
what?
fuck with you, I don't fuck with you, bro.
That's just a code in my hood. Don't let these guns hit you.
Bro. Oh man, yeah, man.
Stand up for your
Pitchfork
shit.
fucking-
Make sure these haters pay you.
I just got into reading Pitchfork reviews recently. Pitchfork, y'all niggas are assholes, bro. Y'all niggas crucified all the Cudi
Pitchfork
albums,
only
bro.
like you if you crazy or
Y'all are
man.
disrespectful, bro.
Y'all gave, how
On
y'all
some
gonna
real
give,
shit, bro.
These niggas gave
I wanna
Man
fight,
6.7 and Man
I really
wanna
wanna fight, man.
They gave Blue Side Park by Mac Miller.
I really want to fight, man. I really want to fight, man.
Y'all
Fuck y'all
gave Blue
niggas,
Side
man.
Park by Mac Miller. Yes. A solid 1, bro. I don't know, bro.
They gave Camp by Donald Glover a 1.6.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think Camp was that good.
Camp is fucking amazing.
I don't know.
Camp is fucking amazing.
I
Definitely
do.
better than a 1.4.
It's better than a 1.6, but
Get a
Man on
black
the Moon
reviewer
has
in
a
there, man.
4.1.
Let me
clearly don't
rewrite
know
all
what
y'all
they're
reviews
let me rewrite all of your
Clearly
reviews.
don't know what they're talking about.
for a meal.
Some of them I understand why you would
I'll
give
do it.
us
I'll do it for a meal. That's my offer.
I can understand why some of these reviews got what they got, but other ones I'm still like, bro, y'all niggas are actually kind of on a beam. They gave me Illmatic a 10 out of 10 though, so there's some validity in what they're saying. But
You
I
can't
also
not rate Illmatic as a high rated album.
you can't not rate it as a 10.
Yeah.
That's one of my. I remember I said that this was also really dope because I got a skill point check. I told that to Paul. Shout outs to Paul. Is it on here?
I don't got that kind of time.
Shout out to Paul. We love you, Paul.
'Cause it's September.
I remember telling Paul though, I was like, Illmatic is the greatest hip hop album of all time right now. It will be usurped by Pimp a Butterfly in oncoming years, but as of right now, it's Illmatic. You're like, what? I never really listened to like Nas like that, really? And then randomly, when he started dropping the Pitchfork reviews in our group chat, he was like, bro, what? Because they gave it a 10 out of 10, and I was like, bro, it's the perfect rap album. It's perfect.
That's justifiable.
I was like, it's literally a perfect rap album. Like, it's not a skippable track. Like, it's perfect. And I've explained this before. I'm not even gonna go over it again. All right, man. We love y'all, man. It's been your boys at the Shark Stream, our official 10th fucking episode. Thank you for tuning in. We'll keep it pushing. We'll be back next week with some different shit. Will next week be our Christmas themed episode? Question mark. It'll be the 19th, and then what day is Christmas?
I don't know.
It'll be the 16th.
Yeah, I know.
So that'll be our Christmas episode. Prep, Christmas, December 21st.
We'll probably do two. We'll probably do two Christmas episodes. We'll do a pre-Christmas episode and then an actual Christmas episode.
Cudi dropping tomorrow, man. Cudi dropping video tomorrow. Album on Friday.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
So we'll see y'all. We'll be back with our reviews, at least on that. I can definitely say
we'll be back with much better reviews than Pitchfork again.
Yes.
I guarantee you that.
All right, man. Love
Black
y'all,
lives
man.
still fucking matter.
Black lives matter.
And
Black lives do
SARS,
matter.
Georgia, go out and vote.
Again.
January 5th, early voting starts December 14th.
Three-peat.
3-peat, 4-peat,
Four-peat.
whatever you want to call it. Mo-peat. All right, man. Let's do it.